What's good, YouTube? We're back again with another video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about if you should be buying a 9th gen Honda Civic SI. Let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so as you can see right here, this is my 2015 Honda Civic SI. I have just hit 4 years of ownership with this car. October 31st 2019 was the day that I got my car. I literally just went and got it washed right now for this video right now, so she's looking real extra spicy. But so I'm about to go over reasons why you should check out a 9th gen Honda Civic SI. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not for you. So let's get into those reasons now. Alright guys, so I have a list here of pros and cons. Let's start off with first, the car is super reliable. As you guys just heard, I've had the car for about 4 years now, and the only thing that I've done is change the battery and the drive belt, which is connected to the alternator and water pump and stuff like that. That's the only major parts that I've changed on the car. Oil, and I just did brakes. I did power stop pads and rotors. That's all I've really done to the car. I've just washed it, done the oil. I did trans oil already, and that's really it. It's been very affordable, and it's just super reliable, as I just said. Although I did buy it with only 36,000 miles, and now I'm only at 54,000 miles, but still within this 20,000 mile or so mileage that I've owned it, it's been nothing but good to me. And I also did just put 2 new front tires, but that's for other reasons. But yeah. Alright guys, so now let's talk about gas. This car is a 4-cylinder. Granted, I do drive a little crazy, but I don't know if you guys can see that. I average 22.2 miles per gallon. To fill it up, I pay about I want to say like 40 bucks or 45 depending, and I always do put 93 in the car, 93 super. Yeah, but it is great on gas. It gets me from point A to point B. I commute a decent amount. I did get a new full-time job, so I am commuting more now. But that's about, I mean, a week I probably do almost 300 miles, or maybe a little less in a week. But my gas tank lasts about a week and a couple days, depending if it's just straight to work and home every day and I don't do any pit stops. But gas, car is great on gas. I do beat on the car, so it does get a little bit worse gas mileage, but if you're just babying the car, you should be getting way more gas mileage. Alright, the car is super cheap to maintain, and it's easy to work on yourself. I'm about to pop open the hood for you guys, just to give you guys an example. Okay, I'm gonna get my flashlight out. Alright, so as you can see, example, this motor mount, I did this with my friend over here behind the camera, Anthony, in about 15 minutes or so. All we did was just put a piece of wood under the motor, jack up the motor to keep the original one in place, remove the original and put the new one in. So about 15 minutes or so. Another great example, oil. All you got to do is just open this, go under the car, crack the drain bolt, let it drain out, take off the oil filter, cap the drain plug, put on a new oil filter, fill the car up with oil, close the cap, check the oil, reset the oil light on the car. Very easy, self-explanatory. You could definitely watch that on YouTube to get an idea if you don't know already how to do that. Another pretty basic, simple thing you could do is changing your air filter or checking your air filter. Quick 5-minute install. Unplug these 2 clips, take it out, remove the air filter, put the new one in. And in cabin, all you have to do is open up your glove box, remove the glove box, put the new filter in that little cubby, and that's really it. Battery, another thing that's very easy and self-explanatory. Loosen these nuts, get it? Gotcha, bitch. Nuts. Loosen it, take out the battery, put a new one, connect it, boom, that's done. So these are all simple few little things that you, not even being a car person, can do. Save yourself some money on the build and on your pockets. That's a little dirty right there, but yeah, simple things that you can do just to save yourself a couple bucks. All right, so as I said before, this is a 2015 Honda Civic SI. Again, we're in 2023 and this is a 2015. This car looks amazing for the year. The rims are super nice. The car is pretty modern for the year that it is. Again, this is a 2015 and it looks pretty good. Like it hasn't aged poorly, if I could say that. It's aged very nicely for the time that we're in. Outside looks good. Let me show you off the interior. We got red seats. Interior is very nice. Granted, I keep my car very clean, or I try to keep it very clean. As I said, I just had gotten a car wash just now. But yeah, this is the interior. I'm about to go in and show you guys how it feels to sit in the driver's seat. All right, guys, so this is sitting inside of the car. As you can see, it's pretty modern. We have a radio, touchscreen radio. We have a push to start button. We also do have a sunroof. Let me get this started for you guys. We have the pop-up dash as well. So this car is very modern for the time being that we're in. This dash interface is directed towards the driver. So as you guys can see, it is angled. It's very driver focused, I should say. And yeah, it's just very convenient, nice. I have some things in here, don't mind my keys and stuff, but I have cup holders here, a little bracket. Not trying to get copyrighted. I did upgrade my shifter. I have a video installed on that. This is the K-Tune short shifter. But yeah. And I did upgrade all LEDs inside of the car, all around. And I did add a Broadway mirror. But yeah, the car is very modern. It has a VTEC bar up here also, which I find very cool. I also forgot to mention, there is Fox carbon fiber in here, stock through Honda, but this I got wrapped. These are normally silver like this, and I got the e-brake and my shifter bezel done as well. But yeah, that's the interior. If you're looking for a car that drives smooth, this is definitely a good car. Very smooth, very comfortable for what it is. All right, it's a sedan, but it's like a sporty sedan, if that makes any sense. You can't say that it's not sporty, because my insurance definitely says that it's not sporty. I mean, my insurance definitely says that it's sporty. That bill be looking a little crazy. But the car is sporty for what it is. For a sedan, it's a sporty sedan. SI means sport injected. If you didn't know, now you know. But yeah, it is smooth driving car for what it is. The tires do make a difference, so depending on what tires you put on the car, it is gonna affect the ride quality. And depending on your suspension, it will also geez, I'm lost for words right now. Depending on the suspension, it will affect the ride quality. So it all depends. If you're a stock car person, but you want a decently looking car, this is also not a bad choice for you. It's comfortable, rides good. But if you're trying to modify, this is an amazing platform. So most of the people on here are car enthusiasts. Obviously, I'm a car enthusiast. So this car, full bolt-on, is a fun car, full bolt-on. It makes around 225 to 235, let's just say, depending on your tuner. That's the ballpark range of horsepower you'll be getting in these 9th gens. Full bolt-on. Full bolt-on consists of, I have a list for this. Let me just double check my list. Let me see. You can grab it. All right, full bolt-on. All right, RBC manifold. For a little bit extra power out of that, you would cut, port, and polish that. You could get a ZDX throttle body, which is from an 8th gen Honda Civic SI. Is that correct? Where's the ZDX from?
Either the Acura MDX,
okay,
or RDX, one of them.
Okay, one of those, or 8th gen. I'm not 100% sure.
Wait, what's it called?
ZDX.
ZDX. 37?
J37, basically.
Nah, it's not from the SI. It's from either the, like I said, Acura MDX or RDX.
Okay, there you go. Anthony got that.
I think it's RDX.
But you guys could fact check us on that. The best intake, if you're gonna get an intake for these 9th gens, and it is not the Acuity cold air intake, it's worse than the factory intake. So if you do not get the Acuity cold air intake, it's worse than the stock air box. So don't even bother upgrading that. You will want to upgrade your fueling. So for fueling, you're gonna want to do the hybrid racing fuel rail / regulator, or whatever, maybe K-tuned if that's what you like. Radium, there's a bunch of different options depending on your budget / style. You're gonna want to do 1000cc injectors. My personal opinion is South Bay. Those are very good. I run those on most of my cars. You're gonna want to get a little bit more power, so get some corn on the car, E85. My opinion is get the AEM flex fuel gas pump, and you could also get the conversion kit to do flex. Obviously now we're going to exhaust. You're going to want to do for max power, and if you don't care, and if your state doesn't care about the emissions, go catless, full catless. That's going to provide you with the most airflow through the exhaust. If your state cares and you sort of care about your emissions or whatever, or you just want a quieter sounding ride, go catted. My personal opinion is I have the full race cat back exhaust. I would love to eventually jump into a full race catted downpipe, but that's just because I'm not looking for nothing too loud, and I still want to make a little bit more power. Regardless, catted or catless, you're still making more power than stock. Stock has a lot of restrictions on it. I already mentioned my exhaust. You're gonna want to get a 3-inch exhaust. If it's not 3 inches, you're gonna limit yourself to how much power you have. The biggest thing that you're gonna need is a Honda Flash Pro for these 9th gens and 8th gens. The Honda Flash Pro basically allows you to do mods to your motor without throwing a check engine light or anything like that, or just giving you headaches or issues. Just get a Flash Pro, flash the car to whatever mod you just did, like that. It's just runs smoother, it doesn't give you any headaches or anything like that. Next, short shifter. It's not a part of bolt-ons, but it definitely makes the car feel a lot better, and it gives you quicker reaction times. I personally recommend always the Acuity short shifter. I had that and it changed my mind about the car completely. I fell in love with the car. Driving with that shifter makes you fall in love with the car again. As you guys saw before, I have the K-Tune short shifter. I won that in a giveaway, not a giveaway, but in a little comment battle on my guy Ghostboy Aki's Instagram page. So shout out to him for hooking me up with that. But definitely Acuity short shifter. And if you're upgrading the shifter, you might as well upgrade the shifter cables. And I say get the hybrid racing 9th gen Honda Civic SI racing cables. That'll definitely make everything feel more crisp and more complete at the same time. And that wraps it up for the bolt-ons. All right, another thing, if you guys are gonna be buying a 9th gen Honda Civic SI that you guys gotta look out for, or not just a 9th gen, but 9th and 8th gen, I could say, watch out for the typical second gear grind. I sadly have that on my SI, but it's very minimum, it's nothing crazy. But I do notice sometimes when I do shift that it does have a typical K-series. It's a typical K-series thing. Second gear grinds a little bit when you go from first to second. It just happens. Nothing really you can do unless you get the trans rebuilt. And this is my daily. I'm not really 100% focused on that right now, but because I do have an EK that I'm building. I'm putting a 2420 in that. Stay tuned for that, by the way. That should be coming out soon, hopefully. All right, next thing is this is a K24 Z7 in this car. That's not the typical K series. The header goes from one piece to it's a header. It's not a header, it's a downpipe. So it's not 4 flowing tubes going into one. It's one downpipe. And the problem with that is whenever you go to upgrade it and you don't have a rear motor mount from Hasport or wherever you guys are ordering it from that's upgraded from factory stock, it will crack your downpipe. And that's not good, because then you're gonna have to waste money to get it welded, or if you're not even about that, you're just gonna go out and buy a new one. So before you end up wasting your money on getting a downpipe, I suggest upgrading your rear motor mount, not to a 62 because that's a little too soft, but get like a 70A. That's what I have. And you should be a little bit easier on, it should be a little bit stiffer on holding up the motor so it doesn't bend as much whenever you install your downpipe, so it won't crack. That's just my opinion, and that's what I've noticed. So I say get a 70A from Hasport, throw it on. It's easy, you could do it yourself. Should take about 15-20 minutes. Oh, the feds are coming for us, guys. If they come and get us, you guys better blow this video up, because we're gonna have some issues. But like I was saying, get the Hasport mount, get the downpipe, throw it on, you're good to go. All right, guys, so in the interior, right here in the back piece, seems to be a typical 9th gen problem. Something in there breaks, so when you sit down, you feel a crack. If you adjust, it depends on the day or the moment. But right now I can't get it for you guys to hear it, and I'm not even feeling it. Oh, let me see. All right, guys, so basically, I don't know if you guys are hearing that. Basically, like a pad or something broke, is dented in. So I'm doing this, and that's making a noise. But that's a typical issue on 9 gens. It's not a big deal. Doesn't affect the comfortability of the car. It's just something that you got to deal with if you have a 9 gen. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's not bad. You get used to it. It's nothing serious. It's not gonna make you want to defer away from buying a 9 gen. Trust me, that's the least of your worries. All right, and my final con about the car is this, again, is a 2015. This is the last year that they made the 9 gens, but the first 2 years, 12 and 13, those are the first 2 years that they released the 9 gen, and those seem to be the ones with some oil conception issues. And basically what that is I think it goes through oil like crazy or something like that, or something's just not right. So if you end up getting a 2012 or a 2013, just be careful, look into that and ask about it. Maybe they've taken care of the issue, or maybe they've swapped the motor. These are all things you got to look into when buying a 9 gen or any car in general. Maybe somebody did swap a motor, maybe the mileage, or maybe they blew the motor and they just swapped it. Your body has 113,000 miles, but the new motor has 67,000 miles, and you swapped the trans with however many miles the body has. So it all depends. These are all things you got to ask. Again, these are Hondas. They are very notorious for people swapping the motors, so you always got to just stay focused on that. Remember to ask what's been done to it. Me, I got very lucky. This car was only a 1 owner before me, and it seemed to be an elderly person or like a middle-aged person that didn't really care about modifying cars. And then I came along and bought the car, and you know, I ruined it, did a lot of things. But now she's in her glory. She's stock, beautiful, reliable, and little by little, eventually, when I have my life situated, I would love to remodify this car. I would love to. That's a goal, because I was just selling this car, and then one day I parked it and I washed it. And then I had gotten home and parked it, and I looked back at it as walking away, and I said to myself, this is really mine. I achieved this goal. When I was 4 years ago, I really wanted this car. This was a goal of mine, and I ended up achieving that goal. And now I wanted to get rid of it. Why get rid of it? This car is amazing. I just gave all the reasons why it's amazing. It's reliable, cheap to maintain, great on gas. It's given me no headaches. It's never left me stranded on the side of the road. And I'm almost done paying it off. I didn't have the money to cash out on it, but this is my first finance, and this car's almost paid off. This car doesn't owe me anything. This has been nothing but good to me. And I was about to get rid of it and get myself into another headache. Who knows if I was gonna get a headache with the next car. But I was looking into Tacomas or Honda CR-Vs. But I made the decision and I'm gonna keep it. I suggest you go buy a 9th Gen Honda Civic SI. It is definitely one of the best cars you'll ever own. And I've had a couple cars already. My first car was a 2007 BMW 328i Coupe, which is an E92. I was getting into a lot of trouble with that, with the police in high school. So I ended up getting rid of that. Got a 02 Jeep Wrangler, six cylinder, and it was a manual. That was just a little beater, something to stay out of trouble with. And that did me amazing with staying out of trouble, but it wasn't satisfying me. I'm not somebody that could just chill with something like that. I need something fun, something fast, I should say. So in the meantime, I started building my Acura Integra. That's a video that's also on the channel. You could check it out. And then I built that car at the wrong time in my life. So I ended up parting it out, sold my Jeep, and I ended up getting this. My beautiful 2015 Honda Civic SI. And I just want to tell you guys that if I can do it, you can do it. This car, it may not seem like a lot of money to most people, and it's really not. But I don't know how everybody's financial situation is. But if this is a car that you really want, you could definitely achieve it. If I can achieve it, you can achieve it. So just something to think about. If you're really looking for something modern-ish, reliable, cheap to maintain, and great on gas, the 9th generation Honda Civic SI is for you. And if you don't like 4-doors, they have a 2-door. It's called the FG4. This is a 4-door, so this is an FB6. But I hope this video helped you guys in deciding if you want to make the 9th gen Honda Civic SI your next car. So please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.